false light entities, bro. And I'm gonna go ahead and start a live video, but I'm gonna go ahead and start it like it's a real video because I don't want to record a real video and do that all that. You feel what I'm saying? Okay, YouTube be tripping. But this video is about false light entities. False light entities, okay? So let's start here. A false light entity, what is a false light entity? A false light entity is an entity that is replicating the entity of light. So think of it like this. Think of the sun. You feel me? This the sun is an actual light entity. You feel what I'm saying? It's actually a metaphysical light entity, a light being, and it actually has real light to it. And think about a light bulb. It's just something. It's something man-made. You feel me? It's a physical object that's man-made. What's up, my boy Eric Slack? You know what I'm talking about? What's up, my boy? I know you from the beginning, motherfucker. My boy Eric Slack. You feel me? Yeah, I see the crystals at them. That look. Okay, a false light entity is an entity who carries a false light or who tries to replicate a light entity. You feel what I'm saying? And let me just give you examples of things that let me just talk a little bit more about false light entities, okay? A false light entity is like, I'm gonna give you what type of person it would be. It's a person that, okay, a light entity would be a person who just is light, like you just around them and they just spreading, like it's just light entity, like you just around them and their light is reflecting, like it's touching you. It's like that metaphysical light, like I got a light that's coming from you right now that you can't see. That metaphysical light is coming from you and touching you. You feel me? Or they spread light on situations where darkness, a light entity, it moves and you feel me, shines light on darkness. You feel what I'm saying? Or basically like an energy source. It's like a light entity is just a being that like you will know a light entity when you see one. It's like that one person they just is loving to everybody who just, you feel me, who just got light. You feel me? A false light entity is the entity who replicates that person. So a false light entity is the entity who's gonna act like the positive person, acting positive, acting good, acting like they're just the best person in the world. But on the internal, they're an evil entity. They act. The difference between the difference. I can't even talk. The difference between a false entity, a false light entity, and a regular light entity, what you can tell is a light entity will just be being it. It won't bother you. It won't try to act too light. It won't even tell you that it's a light entity. It'll just, you feel me? It'll just be a light entity until you find out. Or it'll just, you feel me, flourish light. But a false light entity, it'll try too hard to put out light. You feel what I'm saying? It'll have the illusion of light. You feel what I'm saying? Like if I was telling you something to make you feel good versus telling you something to help you. If I'm telling you something to help you, I'm a light entity because I'm shining the light on that darkness. But if I'm telling you something not to really help you, but it makes you feel good, then that's a false light entity. Because a false light entity will abuse your emotions and act good to you and abuse your emotions just to get into your circle so they can hurt you. You feel what I'm saying? That's a false light entity. And the real light entity is they're gonna give you whatever is shown at that second. You feel me? They're gonna show whatever light they is at that second. So you might come across a light entity and you might, what's up, Kyrie? And you might come across a light entity and not even know it's a light entity just because it's like a regular being. It's not showing light. It's not showing the light that you expect. It's showing that whatever light that radiates from it. It's showing light. Like it just like a light entity. It's gonna come to you. And it's gonna give you the real. Like if I'm a light entity, if I come to you, I'm not gonna act too happy and act too nice in your face. I'm not gonna try to get on your good side so you can look at me a certain type of way and I can do whatever I want under the scenes. I'm gonna be real in your face. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna show that light in your face, and then on the underside, I'm not gonna be doing all this other fake shit. I'm just gonna be light in your face, and you don't get the real because I'm a light entity. I'm not holding the light and then actually being a dark entity holding the light. I'm an actual light entity holding nothing. I guess I'm this light entity. I'm a light entity radiating light. You feel what I'm saying? And a light entity can never be a A false light entity can never be a light entity, and you can tell when a false light entity is trying to be a light. I'm at the store. I just want to leave this comment. If you're feeling drained, paranoid, in a state of fear, not like yourself, rebuke any false light entities with prayer. For sure. Oh, prayer or whatever you do to get, you feel me? Whatever you do to get your, you feel me? I meditate in that store. You feel what I'm saying? That's true though. If you're feeling drained, paranoid, in a state of fear, not like yourself, rebuke any false light entities with prayer. And the false light entities is that's a good thing to say. I can't even say that after that, bro. You just said it. You feel me? Oh yeah, and don't those things you should not feel. Drained, paranoid, or fear. You feel me? Don't feel none of those things because false light entities and dark entities, all type of entities eat off that shit. So you can't feel drained. Not you can feel drained because you're a human. You're not gonna be perfect all the time, but you can't feel shit. You can't feel nothing because they eat fear up like a motherfucker. And these false light entities, they'll act good and then they'll create situations within your mind so you can generate fear energy and they can feed off that fear energy. Like I give you an example. Like it's the girl at work who just make up shit just to make people feel some type of way. Like she made up some shit about you not having no 30-minute breaks, and that made everybody kind of mad. And she just made up that just to make everybody mad so she can feed off that demonic energy. You feel what I'm saying? It's entities who make you feel some type of way so they can feed off that energy. Then it's entities, this is what I've been running to like too recently. It's entities that try to, like, they cause confusion in your life. Like you can, like I'm somebody who can see, you feel what I'm saying? I can see for real, so I can clearly see what you're about. But it's like they try to cause confusion in your life by like alluding, like everything, you know, they try to like switch it around and try to like make you overthink about stuff and then just try to cloud your mind up. That's what those confusing entities do. And then if you hang around a confusing entity too long, you'll get some of that confusing energy and it'll fuck up your aura. You feel what I'm saying? And then the confusing entity also creates situations into which you are confused and you can't make a decision. Like, just don't be around the confusing entity, period, because the energy will just fuck you up. You will notice yourself. You might can walk in the store and just know exactly what you want one day, but you might hang around one of these confusing entities long and it'll have you not even knowing, do I like this or do I want that? And every time you think about certain shit, you be thinking about this confusing entity or one of these false light entities, you feel what I'm saying? And another example of what a false light entity will do, a false light entity will come around you and act like they on the same page as you. You feel what I'm saying? They act like they like you might come around and like, hey, I'm on peace. Like you might come around, I'm a rock star, this and that, and they'll come around, oh yeah, I'm a rock star too, but they only saying that because they're around you and they catering towards you so they can get into your internal circle and hurt you from the inside out. You feel what I'm saying? Because you a God, you can't be touched. You feel what I'm saying? So what they have to do is use yourself. They have to use yourself to hurt you. They have to use your mind to hurt yourself. You feel what I'm saying? And an example of someone using their mind to hurt you, let's just say, I can't, like, okay, they know that they can't just walk up to you and just be like, say some shit to you, you get mad. Like, if somebody walk up to me and say shit to me, I'm not getting mad to me, like, alright. Now, they be like, you a bitch, I'm like, alright. But the way they try to internally get to you is they'll cause something internal with yourself that makes you mad, and then they'll do it from the inside. Like, imagine if I went and just told you some shit like a false ass story, and it just some shit that you know that's gonna push your brain and just made you mad from the inside. You feel what I'm saying? Without you putting that mad energy towards them. You feel what I'm saying? It's something that they told you about your mama, or something. They just told you some shit that made you mad, like, or that made you feel some type of way. It made you think about it a lot. That's what they do. They confuse you and do all type of things to your mind to make you generate a certain energy for them to feed off of. That's what these false light entities do. Remember that. These false light entities confuse you and detour your mind and make you think a certain way so they can generate certain energy from you that they feed off of. Just like if I wanted you to make me a bunch of hamburgers, you feel me? Like, just imagine you work at McDonald's and I want a bunch of Big Macs. But you making Big Macs, you making chicken sandwiches. I just tell you that a bunch of people coming to get chicken sandwiches, then you'll make me a bunch. I mean, coming to get Big Macs, and you'll make me a bunch of Big Macs. You feel me? And I just keep saying that people getting Big Macs, and you'll keep making Big Macs, but you supposed to be making chicken sandwiches because that's what really folks want. But I want Big Macs. You feel what I'm saying? That might not even be no good example. You feel me? If it was a good example, yeah. But you know what I'm saying? They'll make you think or believe something, so that just so that you can psychologically generate that emotion, emotional energy. And they're also like it's just a bunch of fake shit. Like you just gotta see this. Like I see this shit do it. I don't even say shit. I see so many fake people and so many fake entities. Like I can see because I know that you putting this out to the world, but the real you, I can just see the slivers of it. Like it's like I can't explain it the way I see shit. Like I could just see it. Like I ain't gonna explain it too much because people gonna try to change up in front of me. You feel what I'm saying? And you feel me? I'm gonna know anyway. You feel me? Don't come on me with no fake shit. I know you being fake. I can see it. I can see the way. For one, I can see it in your eyes. For two, I can tell that you fake because you're not talking about what you really want to talk about. I mean, you're not talking about something that you really know about. Oh yeah, another way. I mean, it just like false entities. Like false entities will also talk about like around you. They have one belief. Like around you, that they may believe that game banging is bad and this and that, but they go around other people and have a different belief because they're being the fake light. You feel what I'm saying? That's what they do. Like the real light is you gonna have like the real light is the sun is gonna shine. It's not moving none of that. You feel what I'm saying? But a fake light, a light bulb, you can turn that bit off and on. You can move that bit, unscrew that bit, all that. You feel what I'm saying? It's very changeable, and the sun is just stationary like that. You know what I'm saying? So a false light entity is gonna produce whatever light is within itself. But I mean, I mean, a real light entity is gonna produce whatever light is within itself. A false light entity is gonna produce whatever light that is shining on it. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what I've been meaning to say the whole time. A false light entity is gonna produce the light that's shining on it. So let's just say it's somebody like let's just say I'm gonna give you some examples. Hey, I'm a light entity, so I'm shining the light that's just me, my light, and I'm shining on somebody else. So they either like, and we are energy. So it's like, how is your energy reacting with my energy? Is it going a positive reaction, negative reaction, or just in the middle reaction? Not really gonna react at all. Just gonna go through. Feel me? That's how regular people interact. That's how regular light entities interact. You both push off lights and see who energy reacts with who energy and how it reacts. The false light entities, okay, let's just say I have a light and this person is a false light entity, so I have a light and I'm shining on them. And they might like my light, so guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna absorb my light and try to shine my light. You feel what I'm saying? Because they don't got their own light, so they're gonna shine my light because they're a false light entity. I gave you so many examples of a false light entity, bro. So many motherfucking examples of a false light entity, bro. But y'all should know when you see these false light entities. And don't think about it too hard, because I know I probably ain't got to say that to y'all, but I'm a real heavy thinker, so I think a lot. You know, so if somebody told me a false light entity, I'm gonna be looking everywhere like false light entity. You anything you do, I'm a check. You feel what I'm saying? But don't think too hard. Just be to yourself. This is what you gotta do. This is what I should have been doing. I should have known this. Just do you and be to yourself. And when these entities cross your path, then you examine them and you feel me? When they get into your radius of light, then you examine them so you can get them away from your light or shine more light on them. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, if basically you just be you and just protect your energy. Be you and protect your energy. Cause these lame. I gotta be me for a second, bro. These niggas out here lame as fuck, bro. Like on some real shit. These niggas lame as fuck, bro. Like on some real shit. These niggas lame as fuck. I had to say that shit 3 times, but these niggas lame as fuck. Like I don't know if they're intentionally lame or it's just them. I don't know if they're intentionally lame or they light is just lame ass light or some shit. Maybe they ain't got no light and The darkness is what's lame to me or some shit, but that shit lame as fuck, bro. If you a false light entity, but you a lame ass nigga, bro. I'm gonna be real with you, bro. If you did anything I said the false light entity in this video, dude, you a lame ass bitch ass nigga, bro. And to be honest, the light entities are starting to step up. You feel me? So you think you fucking with a light entity and it's gonna be sweet, but soon light entity finna get some heart in their chest and beat your ass. I already done got my shit in my chest. So any nigga fuck with me, I'm be yeah, boy. You feel me? I'm in the sun, I feel great. You feel me? Look, yeah, man. That's the video about false light entities and light entities. You feel me? I don't got in the sun. I don't got high. You feel me? I feel high as well. But that's the complete video of false entities. I basically in that video I told y'all the difference between false entities, false light entities and real light entities and what they do and how to avoid them, how to interact with them. I didn't tell you how to interact with them. To interact with these people, you just give them as less of your energy as possible, give them as less of your light as possible. Bounce, like don't just be with them too long. Give them as less of your light as possible. Don't let them generate some kind of emotion out of you, because they'll use that emotion and they'll feed off you and they'll take you, bro. So just be you, be a real nigga, and shine the light, man. You feel me? Get you some crystals, protect yourself, you feel me? This shungite motherfucker, y'all already know what that do. Get gone, get away from the motherfucker. And this motherfucker, this quick court motherfucker, this that Mario mushroom motherfucker. But hey, y'all fuck with me, so I'm gonna keep on out this guy, love y'all, you feel me?